watching East Tennessee weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
And good morning, 7 o'clock as we get started on this Tuesday morning. Sure hope you're having a great day. The big thaw of 2024 continues. How much snow has melted in your area? Are the neighborhoods okay? That is the question here this morning, so fire away on chat so we can get an idea of how the roads are, not just where you live, but if you happen to be traveling around town as well. Live look over East Tennessee. We do have mostly cloudy skies. And that's really going to be the story throughout the day today. Here comes the big rain and the big thaw. We've been talking about it for the last couple of days, and the big melt apparently with my weather channel here this morning. Just whenever the weather updates, the channel melts for some reason. Trying to figure that out, but we'll get that figured out in the coming days. All right, we do want to talk about the big picture weather pattern because we have quite a bit of fog showing up around East Tennessee. Not East Tennessee, I take that back, but around the region as well. Let's see if we can get that weather map up for you. Well, we're not going to get it up. Maybe we're not going to get it up here this morning. We're going to have to get that figured out. Either way, I'll get the weather maps on there here in just a moment. And we'll talk about the big picture weather pattern. So good morning. Happy Tuesday, 7:01. Checking that time so you don't run late here this morning. If you do have to travel out and about, it is going to be a little bit more of a normal morning commute. You probably have noticed that over the last 24 hours. A lot more cars out on the roads, and that's really going to be the story as the snow melts and folks are able to get back to work to some normalcy here around town. So we will continue to talk about that, of course, in the coming days. All right, let's go ahead and take you outside and show you what it looks like on the roadways. That's a live look at 40 and Walker Springs this morning. It's a little bit more traffic than what we've been dealing with for the last couple of days. So pack the patience. The morning commute's going to start to pick up. The evening commute's going to start to pick up. But no major accidents out there this morning. Hopefully you can get out on the roads. Probably a good idea to get out and start washing your cars. Maybe start soon anyways, because we still obviously have a lot of salt. And that salt and brine is not good for the cars. That's like Rust City right there. So probably a good idea I know the car washes were starting to get busy yesterday. They'll probably continue to get busy over the next couple of days. Although maybe you just wait until after the rain falls. Let the rain do some of the work, but you need to get the rest of it done with a car wash for sure. So do travel safely. All right, on the big picture, here's what's going on. As we do have, we have quite a bit of fog around parts of the country here this morning. And also we have, dense fog across the Great Plains all the way down into Texas. We have winter weather advisories across the parts of the Great Lakes in the Northeast. And here come those flood watches. Flood watches all the way from northern Alabama through Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Texas. And our local National Weather Service talking about the possibility of issuing a flood watch because of all the rain that we're talking about. On the big picture, we've got some freezing rain and snow across the northern tier, the Great Lakes. It looks pretty impressive off to our west, but this is going to continue to weaken as it moves its way through East Tennessee. So not expecting much in the form of rain throughout the day today, although we will be mostly cloudy. Here comes that big old fetch of moisture streaming in from the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to lead us to very heavy rainfall. I'll talk about the timing of that rainfall coming up here in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. Glad you could join me here on Wake Up with Witcher on this Tuesday morning. But the rain is the next story. So mostly cloudy, breezy, a few showers maybe today, but most will stay dry. Breezy and gusty, a little heavy rain that starts to move its way in late in the day tomorrow. Increasing flood threat late in the midweek into the upcoming weekend with showers and thunderstorms possible Saturday, falling temperatures Sunday, Monday, with more seasonable 40s returning to East Tennessee. But before we get there, we're talking about a big old warm-up. So let's talk percentages. This is probability of precipitation. This doesn't tell you the whole story. It doesn't tell you duration, timing, or intensity, but it lets you know if you have a good chance of getting wet. And yes, once in a while, I will put a 100% chance of rain on the forecast because it doesn't even matter. 100% chance of rain is if everybody gets wet. Even if it's a thin line of thunderstorms, if everybody gets wet, that's technically a 100% chance of rain when you look at statistics and probabilities. But does not necessarily mean it's going to last all day. However, we are looking at the increased rain for a longer duration. Now, this is the latest snow cover imagery around East Tennessee. You can see the snow melt is shrinking, finally. You know what I told my wife yesterday? I said, in the neighborhoods, and it's probably the same in your neighborhood as well, if you look at the rooftops and some of the yards, that because we had the snow and we didn't get a lot of melting because of the Arctic air, but then we got the freezing rain. Well, it's made it look like, I said it looked like icing. All the rooftops in our neighborhoods look like a gingerbread house. It's just like perfect icing because it's so smooth. And of course, that's going to continue to melt away throughout the day today. But snow on the ground, snow melt, and the risk for 1 to pockets of 4 inches of rainfall. Yeah, that's why we have that increased flood threat. So this information comes from the Weather Prediction Center. So this is not for today. This is for tomorrow. We have a level 1 and level 2 risk for the potential for some localized flooding. So while we go from the snow and the Arctic air, now we transition to the flooding. And that trend's going to continue on into our Thursday as well. And so we will continue to see a level 2 risk for flooding risk anyways on into our Thursday. So Wednesday, Thursday, really, but even as we get into our Friday, Saturday, as our next round of rain moves its way through, that's going to be insult to injury. That's going to add to the problem. And so really just keep that in mind that the flood risk will continue here over the next several days. Again, not today. So let's walk you through today's forecast. If this is all you want to know and you want to get out on the road, have a great day. Let me get you through the forecast for the day today. And then we'll move on to the big picture and talk about really how this is all going to play out over the next several days. Temperatures this morning are trending at or slightly above freezing. So we got that going for you. It feels pretty good outside this morning. Never thought I'd say 32 feels good, but man, I'll tell you what, it sure does. Which means that temperatures are trending about 20 degrees warmer than what we were yesterday morning. So it is warmer. Wind chill values? No wind chill values here this morning. Road temperatures, there we go. That's the story as well. So that's what's going to continue to help the melting and the thawing around town. Road temperatures are coming up, so road conditions will improve. I know some of your neighborhoods probably still have a lot of ice. Let me know in the chat if you still have a lot of ice in your neighborhood. Anybody on the chat here this morning or anybody joining me this morning that still has not left the house? It has been a week, my friends. Remember, the snow started a week ago last night, and it really started to crank through the day today 1 week ago. Can you believe that we still have snow on the ground? Can you believe that we had snow of 4 inches or more in some locations for 7 consecutive days? Now, I've reached out to the National Weather Service. A lot of you have asked about, what about the blizzard of 1993? And so the National Weather Service has responded to me. I said, hey, good morning. Quick question. People are asking about the blizzard of 1993 and how long that snow stayed around. Any ideas? And they said, hey, Mike, start for the day. Any particular area you're talking about? Let's see. If Knoxville is where you're inquiring about, here's the info you need, okay? They said snow depth on 3/14 was 15 inches of 1993, okay? It had dwindled to a trace of snow by 3/18, so only 4 days back in 1993. But kept a trace through 3/20. No depth was reported. Snow depth was reported on 3/21. So it melted very, very quickly back in 1993. So put things into perspective. And if Charles Dalton is joining me this morning and the National Weather Service, thank you for the information. I appreciate that for sure. So I can pass that along to all of my viewers and listeners here this morning. Again, no issues on the roadways here this morning. So that's good news to pass along. When you look at visibility, we're doing great. No fog problems here this morning as well. All right, when you look at rain chances, once again, I don't like to show probabilities of precipitation, but you can see how those rain chances will start to ramp up again Wednesday, Thursday, and again on Saturday. So getting you out the door here this morning, nice, quiet. It's a lot more comfortable. Temperatures are hovering right around freezing, but we're going to quickly warm. Yesterday, we had a high of 44 in Knoxville, and today by lunchtime, we'll make it to 43. So that's a sign of some warmer weather that's going to head our way, and that's going to be the case. Let's talk about our future cast, because if you have travel plans to our west into Middle Tennessee or West Tennessee, you'll run into rain a lot more today or even this morning. But as that rain tracks its way into East Tennessee, we have an inversion taking place. And so I just don't think that we're going to have a whole lot of rainfall across the area. So maybe a couple of stray showers, maybe a sprinkle here or there. But really the general rule of thumb is today, mostly dry and partly to mostly cloudy, but mostly warmer. A lot warmer than what we were yesterday and, of course, a week ago as well. Temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s, and that's average for this time of the year. Average highs are in the mid to upper 40s. So great news that we're finally seeing some more seasonable weather, and that's going to make for a nice evening. If you have evening plans here tonight, for the evening rush hour, we're at 47 degrees, 45 by 7, and by 9 o'clock tonight, we're down to 42. So if you need to hit the road, have a great day. Thanks for joining me with Wake Up with Witcher. If you want to stick around for the rest of the forecast, I'd appreciate that, so you know exactly how things are going to play out. We'll continue to keep this local. We'll go national, and then we'll wrap up the show before we end Wake Up with Witcher with another look at that local forecast. So here we go. We pick up our timeline now tonight at 7 o'clock. Again, today's going to be mostly dry with temperatures hovering right around 50 degrees. Increasing clouds, a little bit of wind heading our way as well. So can't rule out some breezy conditions here over the next few days. Maybe a little bit more gusty Wednesday into Thursday as this low tracks its way into the area. So Wednesday morning, a few scattered showers, but I don't think all of us will have the rain to start tomorrow morning. So are the kids going back to school, and do they have a full day? The Knox County School District system is where my kids go to school. They were saying, hey, listen, if they don't call off school tomorrow, then they're going for a full day, not a half day tomorrow. So something to keep in mind for parents joining me from Knox County this morning. Not quite sure about all the school systems and all the school districts. Can't possibly keep up with that. But if you have any information on here, I'd like to pass that along. Or if you have any events that are coming up, I'd like to pass that along to everybody else as well. All right, so low temperatures tonight will be in the 30s and 40s. Remember, increasing humidity, increasing wind out of the southwest, increasing moisture, which is, of course, humidity, the dew points to increase. And so that's going to keep our morning lows a lot more mild. We're going to start off in the 30s and 40s. So a nice, quiet, mild start to our Wednesday, but it's not going to stay quiet all day. Here comes those the rain showers. So grab the rain boots, the umbrellas, and the galoshes, and the rain jackets. Rain boots and galoshes are the same thing. Now, the first part of our Wednesday is going to be trending drier than the second part. As the kids head home from school, if they're going to school tomorrow, they're going to get soaked as they get off the buses. As you head home from work tomorrow night, you're going to get soaked as well. So a lot of rain is on the way for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Forecast highs tomorrow going to be in the 50s to near 60s. So still a nice little push of warm air. That's going to warm our temperatures up. Again, average highs mid to upper 40s, so we're going to be trending 10 to 15 degrees above average on our Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday evening into Thursday, heavy rain continues to settle its way on in, rounds and rounds of rain. That's going to make for a very soggy and slow-going start to the day on Thursday. If you happen to work in the middle of the night, Wednesday night, do travel safely because rising water, creeks and streams with the melting snow will continue to rise. And so there's some creeks and streams across the Southern Valley, about a 25 to 35% probability that we could see some minor flooding. So that is there, and that's why we do have that flood risk for tomorrow and Thursday. This just takes us through Thursday morning, okay? And this is not the entire storm system, okay? So just through Thursday morning, we're looking at anywhere from a half an inch to an inch of rainfall or more from Knox County to Tri-Cities. To our west along Interstate 40 and south on 75, we're looking at anywhere from maybe 1 to 3 plus inches of rainfall. And so that's really going to be the story, and that's what's going to make for a very slow-going morning commute on into our Thursday. 3-day forecast, as we highlight that, again, we're going to see those temperatures continuing to climb. We're going to be in the upper 40s to low 50s today, mid-50s tomorrow, and heavy rain early Thursday morning. Can't rule out a few thunderstorms. We're at 64 Thursday afternoon, so not a big shot of some even colder air until we get into the upcoming weekend, at which point we'll drag in some of that colder air coming in from Canada, which may produce some mountain snow showers Saturday into our Sunday. I think temperatures Sunday will start to fall throughout the day, and that's when we could see maybe some light snow showers across mainly the mountain counties as it stands right now. So not a huge threat for a lot of snow. This is your rainfall outlook, including the weekend. So I took you to Thursday. Now we add Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into the time frame because we're going to be dry on Monday. But that 7-day stretch of rainfall from the Weather Prediction Center, Upper East Tennessee, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Central Valley, probably 2 to 3. Southern Valley, probably 3 to 4. That is a possibility anyway. So it's a big time heavy rain on the way. For those of you that may be traveling around the region, again, if you've gotten all the information that you have that you want to know, have a great day. If you want to stick around, let's go to the big picture for folks that are traveling. And so, again, we pick up our timeline this morning on the regional picture, and you can see how this first round of rain, well, just kind of fizzles out. Doesn't really produce a whole lot. But look back to our west. Look at this next batch of rain. So we take you into Wednesday. This is Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning. Heavy rain from Texas to Louisiana. Upper-level system is going to be tracking its way through. That gives us that southwesterly fetch of moisture. And so a lot of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. And so regionally, remember, we have a level 1 and level 2 risk for the possibility of some localized flooding Wednesday, but that extends into a level 3 category, a moderate risk, all the way from northern Alabama to central Mississippi down into central southern Louisiana through the day tomorrow. And then as we get into our Thursday, that slides its way a little bit further to the east, and we have a level 1 and level 2 risk around the region. So if you do travel for your job, something to keep in mind that the flood threat increases. And this is in areas that received a lot of snow. It wasn't just us here locally that saw all the snow. We saw it all the way back into southern Middle Tennessee as well. All right, so Wednesday morning through the day, here comes that batch of heavy rain through the second part of our Wednesday for us here locally. Regionally, you can see how it's just going to continue to scoop up moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and feed us a lot of rain around the entire region. So when you look at the rainfall outlook just for the day today, again, this is from the Weather Prediction Center. They issue the big risk for flooding. They issue the risk for how much rainfall we could see around the area. So they're predicting the heaviest rain along and west of the Mississippi River Valley throughout the day today. Then as you head into just the day tomorrow, that starts to slide its way from Louisiana to Mississippi, northern Alabama, and also southern middle Tennessee, along with us here in East Tennessee as well. And then that trend continues on into our Thursday. We're talking, these are rainfall totals just for a 24-hour period, and you can see how we're going to continue to see the rain pile up on Thursday as well. Now, as we get into our Friday, we'll probably see a lull in that rainfall throughout the day on Friday, but it starts to ramp back up again on Friday night into Saturday as another low-pressure system tracks our way, and that's the one that could tap into some cooler air as we head into our Sunday, Monday time frame. Sunday, Monday, the storm system starts to exit on out, and we'll see improving conditions, albeit a little bit on the chillier side. But when you add up those 7-day rainfall totals from the Weather Prediction Center, again, region-wide, we're talking 2 to 5 inches of rainfall from the Ohio Valley to Kentucky, West Virginia, into the mountains in the western parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, into southern Georgia. But northern Georgia, southern East Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana could see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rainfall. So heavy rain for sure around the area. Back to the temperature trend. It's going to be so warm, we're covering up that average high. Average high is in Knoxville's 48 degrees, but in general, we're mid to upper 40s for averages. We're going to be trending above average all the way through Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, as I mentioned, temperatures come down back closer to those seasonal averages. And low temperatures are going to be warm as well. Temperatures can't drop below the dew point. And so with dew points on the rise, that's adding more moisture to the atmosphere. That means morning lows are going to stay elevated as well. So we're going to see those morning lows in the 30s, but really 40s and 50s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Falling temperatures Sunday, and more seasonable low temperatures as we get into our Monday, Tuesday, because our average low is in the 20s and low 30s. So highs for average are in the mid to upper 40s. Lows are in the 20s and 30s. So we're trending well above average here this morning. We'll say good morning to everyone. Head over to the chat. If you're on Roku TV or Amazon Fire, you cannot add, or even on the app, you can't add to the chat, but you can go over to social media, either Mike Witcher TV, East Tennessee Weather Facebook TV, East Tennessee Weather Facebook page, Mike Witcher TV Facebook page, as well as YouTube. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel. A lot more coming to that in the coming days. But Missy says, my street is still a sheet of ice, and she's in Andersonville. And so, again, remember, Knox County, down to Loudoun County, up into parts of, southern Campbell and also parts of Union County got the bullseye of the heaviest snow. And so you are the ones that are going to hang on to the snow a lot longer. And so, yeah, Missy says it's a sheet of ice on her street. So, Missy, have you been able to get out of the house yet? Have you even left the house in a week? Let me know. I'll try to get through the chat here in just a moment. Let's see. Wendy says, thanks to a great neighborhood, they scraped our roads and the crossing off of Emory. So that's nice. They didn't do it. You know, some folks who have HOAs and stuff, some folks got their roads cleared a little bit sooner because of maybe some more expensive HOAs. We do live in an HOA, although it's super cheap, and so they didn't do that. But most of the roads have improved quite a bit, although our first hill coming down has improved a lot from what we saw the last couple of days. Yesterday was a lot better. But yeah, man, it's been crazy this week. Katrina says, good morning. Have a fabulous day. Ice is melting. Whoop, whoop. Can I get a whoop, whoop? Okay. You don't want me to sing. Shouldn't do that. I'm not a singer by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. When the sun is shining, the roads are probably dry and clear. If you have a north-facing driveway, if the road is on the north-facing side, if it's not received any sunshine, those are the places that are going to keep the snow a lot longer. But with temperatures in the 40s and 50s today, hopefully that ambient air starts to really melt things away. And remember, it's going to be hard to warm temperatures up, although we are warming quickly. We probably would be even warmer today if we didn't have snow on the ground, because we still have to put the sun's energy into warming up or melting the snow rather than warming the air around us. Tom says, yeah, shaded areas not so much. Still some packed snow and ice. Those shaded areas are going to be the tricky ones. So keep that in mind. If you know the direction you typically travel, some shaded areas that just don't get much sunshine are going to be extremely icy again here this morning. Pat says, good morning, Mike. I still have a lot of snow and ice in my yard here in La Follette in Campbell County. So she's so excited to see it go. Pauline says she's ready to see it go as well. Becky's getting her boat ready for the flood. Yeah, everybody ready for building an ark? Anybody? Oh, man. Let's hope that it doesn't transition to a major flood. That would be awful. I mean, just insult to injury. Remember, we had the heavy rain before we had the heavy snow, and now we've had the ice and the cold Arctic air, and now we're transitioning back to the heavy rain. So, I mean, what a winter this has been. A lot different than what we saw last winter, where it was pretty quiet. Let's see. Lee says we've said it too. It's like a glaze. Oh, you're talking about it looks like the houses in some of the neighborhoods look like a gingerbread house, because it's just like a nice smooth coating and a glaze of hard snow. It just looks like a gingerbread house to me. It looks really cool, actually, I think. Let's see. Doris says today is day number 10 for her. Neighborhood roads are still icy and snow covered. Doris, I'm so sorry. Awful. Are you just like, do you have some serious cabin fever? I can't even imagine. I wouldn't even be able to, I would be going stir crazy. Kind of like the COVID days. I got into running during COVID because I was like, I got to get out of the house. I'm not a huge runner. I tried during COVID, the first year anyways, ran about 250 miles that year and then had to stop because I got plantar fasciitis and just couldn't run anymore. So I just realized that I'm a soccer player. I'm a sprinter. I'm not a long distance runner. But Doris, I'm so sorry that you're still stuck in the house. Let's see. Felicia says, hopefully they can clear the school parking lots and roads to the schools today. I happened to go to the mall yesterday. I had to do some shopping for the kids for something that we had to go to yesterday and today. But it was amazing to me that really the shopping center parking lots are still snow-packed. And I've had a friend out there just clearing a lot of business parking lots, and they have just been nonstop since the snow started. Hey, what's up, Chris? Challenger Chris joining us this morning from YouTube. You changed it. Oh, no. Okay. So on YouTube, you're Challenger Chris. On Facebook, you're Chris Gaylord. So thanks, Chris. I kept calling you Challenger Chris, so I apologize. I only know what your handles say. I don't know officially what's going on. Some of you also have like husbands and wives and last names, and so I'm like, what's up, Teresa, Mike, Goodard? Like, who's talking to me? Is it Teresa? Is it Mike? Who is it? Anyways. Let's see. I've not been out of my house since the 14th. Had my driveway plowed yesterday, says Carol. Carol, where are you joining us from? Adam says, I can't believe there's not any wind. Tommy Boy Callahan. Good morning, Adam. Glad you could join me this morning, buddy. I'll see you later on this morning. All right. All right, let's see. Good morning, Mike from Jefferson City. Got out yesterday. The back roads are still bad in areas in Jefferson City, Jefferson County. The ground is still has around 5 inches on the ground there. Crazy. Let's see. She said, you've heard the saying, if the snow is still around, it's waiting on another one. We don't need any more snow. We got our official snowfall for the year, right? Let's just keep it quiet. Although some of you snow lovers, I know I have a lot of snow lovers on here. Good friend of mine was a snow lover. Loved the snow. Carol says, thanks, Mike. It's nice to get up and just hear the weather. And that's what I'm doing. East Tennessee weather when you want it. Come and join me. Go on any platform of East Tennessee weather and come get the information you want and move about your day. Doesn't matter to me. Come check it out throughout the day. Download the East Tennessee weather app, which we'll talk about here in a moment. Because Hey, Buck, have a good vacation. I think Buck's leaving on vacation. He always joins us this morning. I love how we've become a community on here this morning, or on East Tennessee Weather, where we're learning about each other. We have conversation every morning. So if you want to join in on the conversation, we are building a family here, a conversation family. We're starting to know each other. We talk about things that we're going to be doing, and Buck's always on here. And we know that he's going on vacation. He's going to a warm, sunny place. So hopefully he sends us some photos so we can pass those along. Buck, send us some photos. But that's part of what we're doing here, just to create a community, to have conversation, to talk about the weather, to talk about what's going on in your community so I can share that with everybody else. And then we get to know each other through the conversation in the chat online, because if you're reading through them, you get an idea of what's going on. And I talk about folks as well. So that's really the point of it. I don't want to be a broadcaster. I am a broadcaster, but I don't want to be just a presenter. I'm with you. You're my friends. You're my family as well. You join me every day. You're in my home. I'm in your home. So, join the conversation. So if you're not on social media, chime in every once in a while. Cheryl says she loves the snow, but hate the ice. Unfortunately, with the snow comes the ice, right? It's kind of a twofer sometimes, most of the times, because snow is ice. Our road in our subdivision is an ice rink, says Rhonda. Rhonda, where are you joining from? Day 2, the heat pump is out. I think we'll need to be replaced. Tina, if you need somebody to help you out with that heat pump, let me know. My neighbor across the street has his own business for heating and air. So hit me up, Mike at easttnweather.com. I'll give you his name and his number. If you need some help with that, let me know. Ellen says, hey, Mike, glad I found you. I've missed you on WBIR. And that's why I've said for so long, I've said, hey, listen, please pass along the word. I cannot advertise on the TV stations. They will not let me. Can't advertise another weather competitor on the channel, so I can't advertise. And so it's all word of mouth. It's all organic right now. So if you love what you see, if you love Wake Up with Witcher, if you love the East Tennessee Weather app, please share it with your friends and your family members and the community. Let them know if you have any, neighborhood bulletins that go out. Let them know any meetings. Let folks know where I'm at. It would be greatly appreciated for sure. All right, so don't forget to download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's available on the App Store, the Google Play Store as well. This will be a great tool as we start to track the rain. So if you work outside, the interactive radar is amazing. It shows you current radar. It goes back 2 hours and then also shows you a future cast of 2 hours. And so if you were to get a shower throughout the day today, just open up the interactive radar. It'll give you a future cast of how long that rain will last. And of course, today we're not expecting a lot of rain, which leads me to go back to the beginning. And a lot of folks I've seen have just now chimed in. So let's go back from the top, and then I'll send you back to the local weather channel, which is always streaming 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It's on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, the website, the app, and on YouTube. So no matter where you go, you can find these Wake Up with Witchers and live weather updates, or just the channel that you can have on the background. If you have a business or a waiting room with your business, I love, instead of HGTV or soap opera or the Weather Channel, throw on East Tennessee Weather so people can see what's going on around East Tennessee. But let's go back to the top, and we'll highlight what's going on. So partly to mostly cloudy throughout the day today. It's going to be warmer. A few showers can't be ruled out, but likely not the case for most. Better chance across the Cumberland Plateau. A little breezy and gusty over the next few days as this next storm system moves on in. Increasing flood threat mid to late week anyways. Late week. Let me fix my writing there. I'll fix that as I post that to social later on. Again, rain chances. This never tells you the whole story. If you know me, I do not like probability of precipitation because it doesn't tell you intensity, duration, or timing. So that's why you need to pay attention to the rest of the story. Never look at percentages on a 7-day forecast or anywhere and say, 100% chance of rain, my day's ruined. Not always the case, because Wednesday is not going to be an all-day rainy day. Let's walk you through the details. Remember, snow on the ground still, and so that snow melt will lead to the potential of some localized flooding, so the flood threat increases tomorrow and also on into our Thursday. We'll start to see those temperatures climb from the 30s this morning, so at least most of us are at or above freezing this morning, and so most of the roads are just wet, where we had a lot of the complete melting to occur yesterday. No wind chills out there this morning. Whew! Thank goodness for that. But you can see those road temperatures have come up, and that's where we're starting to mitigate the icy problems and concerns. But where we have road temperatures colder, that's due to the fact that we still have snow on the ground, And so, yes, some neighborhoods are very, very icy. Rain chances, like I said, ramp up. Here's your out-the-door forecast for the day today. Maybe a good idea just to pack the umbrella just to be on the safe side. I don't think many will see much activity, but it will be mostly cloudy and warmer today. By noon, we're at 43, so we've got that going for us. Here's your futurecast. You can see how the rain just kind of fizzles out. Maybe a sprinkle here or there, but really not expecting much. And if you were to see much, it would be, or not any at all, more likely across the Western Valley and the Cumberland Plateau. Other than that, forecast high temperatures this afternoon top out near 50 degrees. Thank goodness for that. And through the evening hours, we're going to see those temperatures fall into the low 40s by 9. So goodbye Arctic air and hello more tropical air. Because a lot of rain. Here we go. Morning low temperatures as we get the day started on Wednesday are going to be elevated. We're going to be in the 40s and 50s. We won't have a lot of rain to start the day on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be trending on the dry side. I should say morning lows are going to be in the 30s and 40s. High temperatures are going to be warmer on Wednesday. We'll get that southerly fetch of moisture and warmth. And so through the second half of our Wednesday, if the kids go back to school tomorrow, we'll probably see some pretty heavy rain start to settle on in. It's going to be heavy for the evening commute tomorrow night, and it's going to be heavy tomorrow night into Thursday morning. So drier today, wetter weather increases tomorrow night, and it's going to be a soggy Thursday. But look at those temperatures Wednesday. We're going to be in the 50s and 60s, so nice little warm-up on the way. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, here comes the rain. Heavy all night long. So if you do travel for your job in the middle of the night, if you work in the middle of the night, that's where we're really going to start to see some flood threats increase. So, some of the small streams and rivers and whatnot will start to be elevated as we wake up on Thursday morning. Just through Thursday morning, we're talking anywhere from about an inch or so across upper East Tennessee. The central southern valley likely to see 1 to 2, probably closer to 2, maybe even 3 closer to Chattanooga. And so that's really going to be the story. Big time rain is on the way. 3-day forecast, the rain's not over Thursday morning. So we're going to continue to see the rain set up shop even as we get into our Friday and Saturday as another low tracks its way on in. That could provide us with some thunderstorms. So temperatures will come up, rain chances increase, but when you add Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to the rainfall forecast, you can see that we're talking 1 to 4 inches of rainfall, and that's why we have that elevated flood threat around East Tennessee. Don't forget, again, to download the East Tennessee weather app. It's going to be a great tool as the rain starts to settle its way on in. The music has been cued. That means the show is just about over. It's 7:30 this good old Tuesday morning. Can you believe it's the 23rd of January? Like, where has time gone, my friends? Wow. Cannot believe time is flying right on by. If you ever have any questions, make sure to reach back in. For those of you that were asking on social media about the blizzard of 1993, because I posted those stats saying 7 consecutive days breaking the record of 4 inches of snow on the ground or more. 7 consecutive days. So many folks were like, what about the blizzard of 93? We didn't have power for days or weeks. We had a ton of snow. Here's what the National Weather Service said. Snow depth on March 14th, 1993 was 15 inches, and it dwindled quickly to just a trace by 3/18 of 1993. So only 4 days for all that snow to melt. Now, we did keep a trace around all the way through the 20th, but that was just a trace. The stats that I posted on social media were with 4 inches or more for 7 consecutive days. Mind-blowing. No wonder we're tired of the snow. Thank you so much for joining me here on Wake Up with Witcher every day, Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock, Saturday and Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're new to the platform, don't forget I'm on YouTube, Amazon Fire, Roku, the website, easttnweather.com, the app, search EastTN Weather. I'm also broadcasting live on X, which is better known as Twitter, and all over the place. So make sure you check it out, pass along the word, and I do appreciate you here this morning and each and every day. This is the Mike Stevens Home Studio. We're going to take a quick little break and check out his quick commercial along with Rusty Wallace Automotive Group. They are the main sponsors of East Tennessee Weather. They are the ones who made this happen. And more sponsorships right there on the left-hand side of your screen on the website and on the app, plus sponsored posts. There's a lot more coming out. A lot of you have reached out, but if you're looking for some sort of advertising, hit me up, Mike at EastTNweather.com. Let me know what you're interested in, or I've got a link on the website and the app as well. And I've got a lot of school visits coming up as well, so I'll be able to share a lot of the kids' photos with you in the coming days. I'm meteorologist Mike Witcher, better known as Witcher, my friends. We sure hope you have a wonderful and safe and blessed day. Be safe, and always be kind to each other. Life is too short.
Since 1982, Mike Stevens Homes has built a place for your most cherished and treasured memories. We know the events that take place within the walls of our homes are the stuff of life, and we don't take that responsibility lightly. Our design process starts with you. Every home we build is as unique as the person or the family we're building for. I'm Mike Stevens, and I'd love to talk to you about your new home in your new neighborhood. Let us create the perfect place for your memories of baby's first steps, Thanksgiving with your parents, grandparents, and cousins, and the million treasured moments you'll be thinking of 20 years from now. Mike Stevens Homes doesn't build houses. We build places where your memories happen.
Hey guys, Mark Trout at Rusty Wallace Chevrolet in Clinton. We're looking to save you more than ever before in 2024. We have rates starting as low as 0.9% and the largest inventory we've had in over 4 years. And as always, we have Rusty's exclusive 200,000-mile warranties. So find new roads to Rusty Wallace Chevrolet in Clinton or visit us online at RustyWallaceChevrolet.com, where Chevys cost less.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Finally, we made it into the 40s yesterday. That was nice. 44 was the official high at McGee-Tyson Airport. And today is going to be just a little bit warmer. So we are going to stay partly to mostly cloudy, breezy, a few showers throughout the day, breezy, gusty, heavy rain as this next rain system begins to move its way on in. That's going to be late in the day on Wednesday into Thursday. Increasing flood threat through mid to late week, and then showers and storms, falling temperatures as we get into our Saturday and Sunday time frame. So I'll break that down over the next 30 minutes, so stick with me here on East Tennessee Weather. You'll see the rain chances ramp up through the day on Wednesday night into Thursday. Fade away a little bit on Friday, Saturday. The rain chances ramp back up once again. But the Weather Prediction Center has put us under a level 1 and level 2 risk for flash flood concerns or flooding concerns Wednesday as well as Thursday. Thursday, we have a level 2 risk for all of East Tennessee. So the potential is there because we have so much water, we have so much snow on the ground still. So, and then you combine that with heavy rainfall. So for the forecast for the day today, pretty mild actually this morning. We started off with temperatures in the 30s. We'll climb into the 40s as we get into the lunch hour. So a nice lunch hour ahead of us. Under partly cloudy skies. Here's your future cast. We've got more rain off to our west to start the day, but the rain's going to kind of fade away. So not expecting a whole lot of moisture across East Tennessee throughout the day today. So I just don't think that we're going to see a ton. Don't be surprised if maybe you get a quick little shower, but I think that's going to be the exception, not the rule. And temperatures, not mid-40s, we'll go 40s and low 50s for forecast highs today, making for a very nice evening. 47 by 5, 9 o'clock tonight. We're down to about 42 degrees. We'll continue that future cast, talk about the heavy rain headed our way Wednesday night into Thursday. How much could we see by the end of the week? I've got details on that coming up in just about 5 minutes. Remember, we do have increased flood threat as we get into our Wednesday and Thursday time frame. So let's go ahead and finish that futurecast for you. 7 o'clock here tonight, we're mostly cloudy and mostly dry. So again, not a whole lot of rainfall around East Tennessee throughout the day today. And we start Wednesday morning off on the mostly dry side, although look at the rain. That's just off to our west. So a few scattered showers Wednesday morning, mild temperatures. We're going to start off in the 30s and 40s. And so that really, the big thaw of 2024 continues, not just today, but overnight tonight. And with the rain moving its way on through, most of the snow will be a thing of the past as we get into probably Thursday time frame. But here's your futurecast running through our Wednesday afternoon. You'll see those rain showers really ramp up for the western part of the day for the first part. And then that's going to slide its way on in. So as we get into the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday, we're not really looking at a risk for severe weather, although can't rule out a couple of thunderstorms. It looks like it's just going to be in the form of some heavy rainfall. So heavy rain through the day on Wednesday. Temperatures warm, though. We're going to be in the 50s, maybe even some 60s across the mountain counties. Wednesday night and the Thursday morning, that fetch of moisture is going to continue to stream its way on through, producing locally heavy rainfall. So that's going to make for a very soggy start to our Thursday morning with more rounds of rain on the way. So we start Thursday morning soggy with showers. Temperatures are going to be on the milder side. We are looking at, for all the way through Thursday morning, basically 1 to 3 plus inches of rainfall around the area. The western and southwestern sections of town probably have the greatest threat for some heavier rain, but something that will change or could change. We'll keep you posted on how this all plays out. Just anticipate a lot of rain. So partly to mostly cloudy, warmer today. We're at 49, increasing heavy rain late in the day on Wednesday. We're at 55. Thursday, morning heavy rain, 64. Then we should start to dry out a little bit Thursday afternoon before more rain sets back in as we get into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday time frame. I'll highlight that with a big picture weather pattern, talk about your extended 7-day. That's coming up in just about 5.5 minutes or so. right, let's recap those weather headlines. Let's take you to the regional view and talk about the storm system and how it all evolves over time. But again, mostly cloudy, partly to mostly cloudy today, breezy, a few showers, but mostly dry today. Heavy rain's going to move its way on in as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday. The flood threat increases not just here locally, but around the region as well. Dew point trend, dew points are up. That means morning lows are going to stay nice and mild. That's a fetch of moisture that's moving its way on through. And you can see how this moisture is going to slide its way through the area today. So again, not a huge chance for a lot of rain today, even around the region. But here comes our next low pressure system out of the south, and that's going to pump in a lot of moisture. So through Wednesday, this is Wednesday morning. If you have travel plans, heads up, heavy rain is going to move on through. So southerly moisture fetches into the area, so that's going to increase the flood threat. And the Weather Prediction Center has a level 1, 2, and 3 risk for increased flood threat all the way down to the deep south. Say that 10 times fast, right? And that's going to continue on into our Thursday as well. So increased flooding concerns are going to be with us with the snow melt and the incredible amounts of moisture that's going to be moving its way into the area. Again, the greatest threat for us here is going to be Wednesday night and the Thursday morning as this low continues to track its way, but more down to our south and west, and that's going to add to more rain as we get into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday time frame. So through the day today, not looking at a whole lot of rainfall here locally. That's going to be further to our west. Tomorrow, that moisture moves its way in from the bluegrass state all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. That's going to continue on into our Thursday. Friday, we're going to see a little bit of a lull, but then that rain ramps up Friday night and through the day on Saturday with falling temperatures as this whole system begins to exit as we get into our Sunday and Monday time frame. But you add all those days up, 7-day rainfall outlook by the Weather Prediction Center, and we're talking heavy rain. So it's looking more likely that we'll probably get 2 to 3 plus inches of rainfall here around East Tennessee. Tri-Cities looking a little bit less, maybe 1 to 2 inches. But if you have any travel plans around the entire South, heads up. A big old rainmaker is moving its way on in. So your temperature trend, we're going to be above average. Average highs are 48 degrees. It's covered up by the whopping 64 on Thursday. We stay in the upper 50s to low 60s Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we'll see temperatures fall. And Monday, Tuesday, more seasonable weather works its way on in. Yeah, average highs are in the mid to upper 40s. And when you look at your low temperatures, not too terribly bad. We don't even drop below freezing until, say, maybe next Tuesday. We'll keep you posted. We'll bring it back down to the local level, recap everything, tie it up in a nice little bow for you once again. That's coming up in just a few minutes. I'll be right back. right, let's go ahead and recap a little bit and take a look at your local view. We'll talk about those rain chances, and you can see how they're going to be a little bit more elevated as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday time frame. That's when the heaviest rain is expected to work its way on through. We do have that increased flood threat by the Weather Prediction Center. This would be Wednesday, and then again on into our Thursday. With the snow melt and the 1 to 3+ inches of rainfall that we could see around town, that's going to be a problem. So through the day today, not a whole lot of rain on the way. We do have some showers trying to work their way on in, but I just don't think we're going to see a whole lot. Don't be surprised if we get a sprinkle or two, but that really should be about the extent of it here as we head through the day on Tuesday. Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, again, mostly cloudy. It's going to be a little bit breezier as we get into our Wednesday and Thursday time frame, a little gusty as well. Maybe some higher mountain winds that will be developing. But through the day on Wednesday, that's when the heaviest rain is going to settle its way on in. So not a huge threat for a lot of rain early Wednesday, but through the day on Wednesday, here comes that big old batch of rain. And really for the second half of our Wednesday, that's when the heaviest rain settles on in. So kids heading home from school on Thursday for the evening rush hour, it is going to be a soggy one for sure. Rain's going to continue as we get into our Wednesday night and Thursday morning. So more rounds of rain. That river of moisture is going to continue to stream its way on through. Through the day on Thursday into our Friday, we'll start to see a little bit of a lull, but it will kind of ramp back up as another piece of energy slides its way on in. So just through Thursday morning, we're talking upwards of about an inch, upper East Tennessee, Central Valley 1 to 2, pockets of 2 to 3 across the plateau, and maybe 3 to 4. Down across the Southern Valley, at least when all is said and done. So definitely something that we're going to be watching here over the next several days, so make sure you check back in. You can always track the rain with us. Interactive radar is available on the East Tennessee Weather app, online at easttnweather.com. And join me for live weather updates at 7 o'clock Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock Saturday and Sunday on all East Tennessee weather platforms. It's all the same, all the time. See you back here soon.
Hey folks, it's Brian from Rusty Wallace Kia on Alcoa Highway. We're kicking off the new year right. You'll save more than ever before in 2024. The price won't be the problem with deals like these. Get rates as low as 0.9%. Get $7,000 over KBB value for your trade. Plus, every new Kia comes with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge 200,000-mile warranty. And don't forget, the price will not be the problem at Rusty Wallace Kia on Alcoa Highway.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
Good morning. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Finally, we made it into the 40s yesterday. That was nice. 44 was the official high at McGee-Tyson Airport. And today is going to be just a little bit warmer. So we are going to stay partly to mostly cloudy, breezy, a few showers throughout the day, breezy, gusty, heavy rain as this next rain system begins to move its way on in. That's going to be late in the day on Wednesday into Thursday. Increasing flood threat through mid to late week, and then showers and storms, falling temperatures as we get into our Saturday and Sunday time frame. So I'll break that down over the next 30 minutes, so stick with me here on East Tennessee Weather. You'll see the rain chances ramp up through the day on Wednesday night into Thursday. Fade away a little bit on Friday, Saturday. The rain chances ramp back up once again. But the Weather Prediction Center has put us under a level 1 and level 2 risk for flash flood concerns or flooding concerns Wednesday as well as Thursday. Thursday, we have a level 2 risk for all of East Tennessee. So the potential is there because we have so much water, we have so much snow on the ground still. So, and then you combine that with heavy rainfall. So for the forecast for the day today, pretty mild actually this morning. We started off with temperatures in the 30s. We'll climb into the 40s as we get into the lunch hour. So a nice lunch hour ahead of us under partly cloudy skies. Here's your future cast. We've got more rain off to our west to start the day, but the rain's going to kind of fade away. So not expecting a whole lot of moisture across East Tennessee throughout the day today. So I just don't think that we're going to see a ton. Don't be surprised if maybe you get a quick little shower, but I think that's going to be the exception, not the rule. And temperatures, not mid-40s. We'll go 40s and low 50s for forecast highs today, making for a very nice evening. 47 by 5, 9 o'clock tonight. We're down to about 42 degrees. We'll continue that future cast, talk about the heavy rain headed our way Wednesday night into Thursday. How much could we see by the end of the week? I've got details on that coming up in just about 5 minutes. Remember, we do have increased flood threat as we get into our Wednesday and Thursday time frame. So let's go ahead and finish that futurecast for you. 7 o'clock here tonight, we're mostly cloudy and mostly dry. So again, not a whole lot of rainfall around East Tennessee throughout the day today. And we start Wednesday morning off on the mostly dry side, although look at the rain. That's just off to our west. So a few scattered showers Wednesday morning, mild temperatures. We're going to start off in the 30s and 40s. And so that really, the big thaw of 2024 continues, not just today, but overnight tonight. And with the rain moving its way on through, most of the snow will be a thing of the past as we get into probably Thursday time frame. But here's your futurecast running through our Wednesday afternoon. You'll see those rain showers really ramp up for the western part of the day for the first part. And then that's going to slide its way on in. So as we get into the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday, we're not really looking at a risk for severe weather, although can't rule out a couple of thunderstorms. It looks like it's just going to be in the form of some heavy rainfall. So heavy rain through the day on Wednesday. Temperatures warm, though. We're going to be in the 50s, maybe even some 60s across the mountain counties. Wednesday night and the Thursday morning, that fetch of moisture is going to continue to stream its way on through, producing locally heavy rainfall. So that's going to make for a very soggy start to our Thursday morning with more rounds of rain on the way. So we start Thursday morning soggy with showers. Temperatures are going to be on the milder side. We are looking at, for all the way through Thursday morning, basically 1 to 3 plus inches of rainfall around the area. The western and southwestern sections of town probably have the greatest threat for some heavier rain, but something that will change or could change. We'll keep you posted on how this all plays out. Just anticipate a lot of rain. So partly to mostly cloudy, warmer today. We're at 49, increasing heavy rain late in the day on Wednesday. We're at 55. Thursday, morning heavy rain, 64. Then we should start to dry out a little bit Thursday afternoon before more rain sets back in as we get into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday time frame. I'll highlight that with a big picture weather pattern, talk about your extended 7-day. That's coming up in just about 5.5 minutes or so. All right, let's recap those weather headlines. Let's take you to the regional view and talk about the storm system and how it all evolves over time. But again, mostly cloudy, partly to mostly cloudy today, breezy, a few showers, but mostly dry today. Heavy rain's going to move its way on in as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday. The flood threat increases not just here locally, but around the region as well. Dew point trend, dew points are up. That means morning lows are going to stay nice and mild. That's a fetch of moisture that's moving its way on through. And you can see how this moisture is going to slide its way through the area today. So again, not a huge chance for a lot of rain today, even around the region. But here comes our next low pressure system out of the south, and that's going to pump in a lot of moisture. So through Wednesday, this is Wednesday morning. If you have travel plans, heads up, heavy rain is going to move on through. So southerly moisture fetches into the area, so that's going to increase the flood threat. And the Weather Prediction Center has a level 1, 2, and 3 risk for increased flood threat all the way down to the deep south. Say that 10 times fast, right? And that's going to continue on into our Thursday as well. So increased flooding concerns are going to be with us with the snow melt and the incredible amounts of moisture that's going to be moving its way into the area. Again, the greatest threat for us here is going to be Wednesday night and the Thursday morning as this low continues to track its way, but more down to our south and west, and that's going to add to more rain as we get into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday time frame. So through the day today, not looking at a whole lot of rainfall here locally. That's going to be further to our west. Tomorrow, that moisture moves its way in from the bluegrass state all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. That's going to continue on into our Thursday. Friday, we're going to see a little bit of a lull, but then that rain ramps up Friday night and through the day on Saturday with falling temperatures as this whole system begins to exit as we get into our Sunday and Monday time frame. But you add all those days up, 7-day rainfall outlook by the Weather Prediction Center, and we're talking heavy rain. So it's looking more likely that we'll probably get 2 to 3 plus inches of rainfall here around East Tennessee. Tri-Cities looking a little bit less, maybe 1 to 2 inches. But if you have any travel plans around the entire South, heads up. A big old rainmaker is moving its way on in. So your temperature trend, we're going to be above average. Average highs are 48 degrees. It's covered up by the whopping 64 on Thursday. We stay in the upper 50s to low 60s Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we'll see temperatures fall. And Monday, Tuesday, more seasonable weather works its way on in. Yeah, average highs are in the mid to upper 40s. And when you look at your low temperatures, not too terribly bad. We don't even drop below freezing until, say, maybe next Tuesday. We'll keep you posted. We'll bring it back down to the local level, recap everything, tie it up in a nice little bow for you once again